Letter 131 by Charles Lamb. P.M. March 5, 1805. My dear Wordsworth, if Gilpin's statement has afforded you any satisfaction, I can assure you that he was most explicit in giving it, and even seemed anxious, interrupting me, to do away any misconception. His statement is not contradicted by the last and fullest of the two narratives which have been published, the former being a mere transcript of the newspapers, which I would send you if I did not suppose that you would receive more pain from the unfeeling canting way in which it is drawn up, than satisfaction from its contents. And what relates to your brother in particular is very short. It states that your brother was seen talking to the first mate but a few minutes before the ship sank, with apparent cheerfulness, and it contradicts the newspaper account about his depression of spirits, procrastinating his taking leave of the court of directors, which the drawer-up of the narrative, a man high in the India House, is likely to be well informed of. It confirms Gilpin's account of his seeing your brother striving to save himself, and adds that Weber, a joiner, was near the captain, who was standing on the hencoop when the ship went down, whom he saw washed off by a sea, which also carried him, Weber, overboard. This is all which concerns your brother personally, but I will just transcribe from it a copy of Gilpin's account delivered in to the court of directors. Memorandum respecting the loss of the E of A. At 10 a.m., being about 10 leagues to the westward of Portland, the Commodore made the signal to bear up, did so accordingly. At this time, having maintop gallant masts struck, fore and mizzen on deck, and the jib boom in the wind about WSW at 3 p.m. got on board a pilot, being about 2 leagues to the westward of Portland, ranged and bitted both cables at about 12 past 3, called all hands, and got out the jib boom at about 4. While crossing the east end of the shambles, the wind suddenly died away, and a strong tide setting the ship to the westward, drifted her into the breakers, and a sea striking her on the larboard quarter, brought her to with her head to the northward, when she instantly struck. It being about 5 p.m. let out all the reefs, and hoisted the topsails up, in hopes to shoot the ship across the shambles. About this time the wind shifted to the NW, the surf driving us off, and the tide setting us on alternately, sometimes having 412 at others 9 fathoms, sand of the sea about 8 feet. Continued in this situation till about 12 past 7, when she got off. During the time she was on the shambles, had from 3 to 4 feet water, kept the water at this height about 15 minutes, during the whole time the pumps constantly going. Finding she gained on us, it was determined to run her on the nearest shore. About 8 the wind shifted to the eastward, the leak continuing to gain upon the pumps, having 10 or 11 feet water, found it expedient to bail at the forescuttles and hatchway. The ship would not bear up, kept the helm hard a starboard, she being water-logged, but still had a hope she could be kept up till we got her on Weymouth sands. Cut the lashings of the boats, could not get the long-boat out without laying the maintopsail aback, by which our progress would have been so delayed that no hope would have been left us of running her aground, and there being several sloops in sight, one having sent a small skiff on board, took away 2 ladies and 3 other passengers, and put them on board the sloop, at the same time promising to return and take away 100 or more of the people. She, finding much difficulty in getting back to the sloop, did not return. About this time the 3rd mate and purser were sent in the cutter to get assistance from the other ships. Continued pumping and bailing till 11 p.m. when she sunk. Last cast of the lead 11 fathoms, having fired guns from the time she struck till she went down. About 2 a.m. boats came and took the people from the wreck, about 70 in number. The troops, in particular the dragoons, pumped very well. Signed those, Gilpin. And now, my dear W., I must apologize for having named my health, but indeed it was because, what with the ill news, your letter coming upon me in a most wretched state of ill spirits, I was scarce able to give it an answer, and I felt what it required. But we will say no more about it. I am getting better, and when I have persisted time enough in a course of regular living I shall be well. But I am now well enough, and have got to business afresh. Mary thanks you for your invitation. I have wished myself with you daily since the news. I have wished that I were Coleridge, to give you any consolation. You have not mourned without one to have a feeling of it, and we have not undervalued the intimation of your friendship. We shall one day prove it by intruding on your privacy, when these griefs shall be a little calmed. This year, I am afraid, it is impossible, but I shall store it up as among the good things to come, which keep us up when life and spirits are sinking. If you have not seen, or wish to see, the wretched narrative I have mentioned, I will send it, but there is nothing more in it affecting you. I have hesitated to send it because it is unfeelingly done, and in the hope of sending you something from some of the actual spectators, but I have been disappointed and can add nothing yet. Whatever I pick up I will store for you. It is perfectly understood at the EI house that no blame whatever belongs to the captain, or officers. I can add no more but Mary's warmest love to all. When you can write without trouble, do it, for you are among the very chief of our interests. C. Lamb. 4 March.